Hello, fellow parachildren. Um, James asked me to make a video of how to integrate all the class calendars into Google Calendar, or if you use Apple Calendar, you can do this similarly, but I don't have a device that has Apple Calendar on it, so I can't really show that. But I'm going to start here with Google Calendar, and then you can integrate all three of these technically, but if you go to our Jones and Bartlett, James didn't actually put due dates on any of the quizzes, so they won't show up in your Google Calendar. So it's not really worth doing that one. But for Moodle, or if you just go to the normal link for Moodle, learn.clarkson.edu, and then the same thing for EMCE. I have both of these bookmarked, but hopefully everyone can get to them by this point. And then go ahead and log in, go to the course. I'll start with Moodle just because it's the first one I opened. And then if you go up here to your little profile and go to calendar, you can see here on the calendar, it's all of our assignments. And then if you go to import and export calendars, go up to export calendars if you want to put it in our Google Calendar. And then I would just say all events. And custom range gives you the next year. Obviously, we'll be out of the paramedic program by September of 2025. So I would just do the full year. There's no events in Moodle after December 20th, as far as I'm aware. And then you just click Get Calendar URL. Gives you this really stupidly long URL. You can click to copy it, or you can like highlight and copy. It doesn't make a difference. And then go back to Google Calendar. Here in your other calendars, or however you do this in whatever calendar format you have, there should be a place where you can either subscribe to new calendar or import a calendar. In this case, we're going to do from URL because that is how we got this calendar. It's a URL. So I paste this link from Moodle in there and then just add the calendar. It takes a minute because it needs to basically send a PHP request to Moodle to send back all of the events, because this is a live updating calendar. So if James changes anything, it should automatically change on your calendar. And then if I come back here, you can see that all these things have now appeared. I went through and I deleted this calendar before so that you'd be able to see it pop up. So this is all the stuff that's due before the exam, and then all of our other assignments, medication video, whatever. So that's it for Moodle, and then it's a very similar process for EMCE. If you let that load. So normally it'll pop up here under the dashboard with all of the normal EMCE things that we have to do. And then if you go over to schedule, let it all load. And then it is one of these links. Being very slow. Subscribe to calendar. So it's in the little 3-dot more thing right here. Just click subscribe to calendar. This one is also an auto updating calendar, and it gives you the instructions on how to do it for each one. But because it's another URL, you do it exactly the same way as we did with the Moodle one. Go back to Google Calendar, add from URL, paste it in there. And then once again, it'll grab all those events. And you can see now all the class for this week is popping up as well. And because this is live updating, if you went in and wanted to sign up for a shift somewhere, which obviously I can't do because I'm not allowed to sign up for any of these shifts. But if I went in and I signed up for a shift on, September 6th, I could add that, and then it would automatically insert itself into my calendar. You don't need to go back and constantly update it yourself. To do it for JBL is actually the same as Moodle, because JBL uses Moodle. So you just go into the course, which is being a pain. And then actually, like I said, it's the same thing as Moodle because this is also technically Moodle. So you'd go to calendar, and then hopefully this screen looks relatively familiar. You go to import and export calendars. But as you can see on here, James didn't put the quizzes in as due on Monday mornings. He just goes and grabs our grades on Monday mornings because he wants us to be able to go back and practice the quizzes again. And if he put them in as due, they would close. So there's nothing on this calendar. It's not really worth adding it in. That's pretty much it. If anyone has any difficulty getting it linked or any difficulty getting it linked, I've done this in Apple Calendar before when I had a Mac in the past. I just don't have one right now, so I can't really show that whole process, but it's the same thing. You just need to find where on Apple Calendar there's the option to add a new calendar, and then you can do it from a URL.